And we are back.
Oh,
Don't everyone cheer and jump in all at
Oh.
once.
Oh, I was running.
We got cold feet. I'm sorry.
well,
My
I did-
feet are pretty cold. Should have put on socks.
Mine just stink. That's sad.
Oh my gosh.
Are they cheesy? You got that smegma?
Mm.
Ooh. Ooh.
How come a
Smells like
smegma
Stilton.
joke? Time out. We've been doing this pizza cheese podcast for like 4 weeks now, or four episodes now. Now
Tim, the
one
answer is
person has
because
made a
it's gross.
smegma
It's
joke.
gross. It's gross.
But we are a gross and gritty podcast.
We're not that gross. That's just gross.
We need a little smegma.
Added it to the NPC list. Dick cheese.
That's that ball cheese, bro.
Richard
Private
Cheese.
eye, Dick cheese.
How did you know the
Private
next
eye.
slice's name?
It's the private eye.
All right, Grotto guy, take it away.
What's up, all two people watching?
Oh, welcome back
Yay.
to another
Well, we had two.
episode
We went back to one. We started
of
talking
getting
about
talked
dick
over
cheese.
by your players.
I'm just gonna cut the Grotto guide out. I think.
I forgot my makeup.
Now we can talk about.
Oh,
Damn it.
what? Now I'm on this side. Gosh, so confused.
Scrambling.
Well,
my
I want to be
players.
up here. There we go.
All right.
Excuse the glares in my eyes. I'm trying to dodge them. Welcome back to another episode of Geckos and Grottos presents Tales from the Grotto, the Knights of the Holy Slice. Last time we left our daring adventurers, the agents of Pizzeronimus. We left them in the Cave of Munster fighting Gorgonzola. Of course, they destroyed Gorgonzola in glorious fashion, Ott distracting her by becoming a swarm of bees. I almost called you your real name, Peter, by guillotining the monster that is Gorgonzola with his Mezzaluna, and Captain Cannoli trying so mightily to land a shot. He was there for moral support,
That's right.
and
Y'all
with
did a
their
great job.
courage combined, they were able to defeat the monster that is Gorgonzola and free the people of Brocklandor from their cheesy curse. Also freeing Captain Cannoli from the cheesy curse as he succumbed to her Gruyere glare. She fell and crumbled into a pile, and you guys rooted through her body, found some items, and were greeted by a happy Brock, the guide, and he led you to the great grapevine yard of Vino. And upon revealing the landscape to you, you were greeted with animals running about and frolicking and beautiful landscapes. And you saw the near never-ending field of grapes as you looked towards Vino's hut and saw that it was on fire. That is where we left you guys. The stage is yours. Excuse me.
I think we should leave.
Hold on. How is it fiery and there's all these animals around still? I think they did it.
They seem pretty chill with it. I think you're right.
I
Animals
knew
do
it.
like to set things on fire.
Well, I guess the fire is supposed to create some sense of urgency, so maybe we should get going.
To where? Everything's on fire.
I don't know,
Yes,
but
but
we're in a
where do
real
we go?
jam, aren't we?
You're dead. You just die. You're okay. Peter dies.
He's a
Fire
flaming grape.
department around here.
Again, just the hut is on fire. The grapes and everything, the field, it hasn't spread too far yet. It
I
looks like
rush up and I
harvest recently
say-
started.
Things are getting out of line. We got this.
How many do you have, and how long will it take for you to get through them?
98 more.
Oh no.
Oh my gosh.
Brock, of course, is with you as he looks through, and he looks in a panic. He's like, "Oh my God, we got to do something. We got to save Vino. We got to. I'm gonna go back to the town. I'm gonna go back to Brocklandor. I'm gonna let the town sage know, and we're gonna come back. And we're gonna help you guys. You
Okay,
guys
we'll just wait
go do
here.
something. Go fix it."
Oh,
Is that water?
And he takes off and he runs. I don't know. Figure it the fuck out.
Well,
There
this
no
adventure
apple,
has
not
really
put in there.
raised the stakes, hasn't it?
Oh my god.
Is there water around?
Is there
Peter,
water around? Yes, you see water around. You look around. There's various lakes and ponds. So you're in like a what do you want to call it? A paradise.
Do we hear any screams from within?
No.
Is anybody in there? Can anyone hear us? We're here to help you.
Hello? Oh, I guess not.
Answer us, please.
You don't hear anybody from the hut. You can make a guile or a genius check.
How big is the hut? Like, is it like a small hut, or is it like a big, not really a hut? Like
It's a pretty
mansion
small hut.
hut?
this is like a Pizza Hut.
I would like to make a pizza and toss it inside.
You would like to make a pizza and toss it inside.
I'm gonna make it a pizza and toss it inside.
Yeah, make it a
Uh,
pizza. You toss it inside.
I got an idea. I take out my personal sized pizza stone and I lay out the little dough that I take in my pouch and I start sprinkling on some toppings, some cheese, and then I say a little prayer to Pizza Ronimus. Oh, bless his life, Pizza Ronimus. And then I throw in the pizza, but the secret ingredient is pineapple chunks of healing. So I'm hoping that by throwing in the pineapple chunks of healing pizza, which we all know pineapple doesn't belong in pizza, but that's a whole other thing. I throw it in there in the hopes that if something was living or is in there, it helps give them some life to get out.
Okay. Yeah, I like that. So you're throwing it in almost like a little grenade.
Like a healing
little
grenade.
healing grenade.
These sweet chunks of pineapple will heal the consumer for 1d4 plus 2.
Yeah, it's a pretty juicy
Guts?
pineapple pizza. Yeah, you could go ahead and throw it in there.
Go ahead and make a check.
It's easy enough for you to just throw it into the hut. It's got a
Oh, I
pretty,
missed the Pizza Hut.
it's a pretty good door. I mean, it's on fire, but it's not like super crazy yet. So yeah, you throw the pizza in there, and some time goes by,
Just waiting. Crackle, crackle, crackle.
and then you hear, "Oh my god, who puts? Oh,
I know who puts pineapple on pizza. It's a healing thing. It's supposed to, it's like an adrenaline shot. You hate it so much it just wakes you up like smelling salts.
and it's just like you see like a hand kind of like covered in soot start to like crawl out of the hut.
Captain Cannoli, grab his hand.
Oh, gotcha! Come here!
And I grab Captain Cannoli.
Yeah, guys, you can make a guts check
Odd,
together.
we can't make it. We need you to pull from the back. I know this fire is scary, but we need your strength.
But I'm not very strong.
I don't care. We need you. This is a group adventure and a group activity.
Okay.
And like I grab onto Peter's hand.
All right, you can all make a collective guts roll. So all three of you are gonna roll, and then you're gonna just give me your totals, and I'm gonna make something up.
12.
9.
Nice.
15.
Okay, good. So you're able to pull out this this tall, handsome figure. As you pull him out, he's covered in some ash from the smoke and from the fire. He's coughing. He's got this pizza in his hand. The pineapple. There's a bite taken out of it from the pizza, and he's just, oh my god! Oh, I thought I was gonna die. I thought I was dead. Where am I? Where's Zola? Where's that guy?
Zola? Are you talking about the Gorgonzola?
Yeah, Gorgonzola. There was oh, it's
We
also
decapitated
foggy.
the cheese monster.
What guy? What guy was there?
Make me some genius or guile checks, everybody.
12 plus 4, 16.
17 plus 2 is 19.
Great.
14.
What? Who made what type of roll? Just who made a guile? Who made a genius?
Oh, I made a
Guile.
genius.
Guile for Ott and Captain Cannoli. Genius for Tim. I mean Peter. It's just your name says Tim. It throws me off. So
I can fix that.
thank you. I would appreciate that. So the two that made the guile checks, when Peter says that you guys decapitated Zola, you can see that he's struck with sort of like a sadness in his eyes, and you can see that he is clutching onto what seems to be a picture. And you guys both notice that. You both clock that. Peter, you clock out in the distance a robed figure standing out by the tree line, staring at you guys, and staring at you for like a creepy amount of time, an uncomfortable amount of time, and then
Wait.
slowly.
Can I make a counter creep watch check?
What?
If he's staring at us creepily wearing a robe, I'm also wearing a robe. I would like to counter his creep check with my own creep stare check.
You want to stare at them as like you could
As
see if you're
creepily as
creepier?
them, right? Like they're putting fear in us. I want to put fear in them.
Yes.
You want to smolder them?
You want to stand there
I rolled a
menacingly.
15. Not
if
sure
that's-
what check you want. Maybe. Well, that's genius, right? It follows under the premise of like a charisma type thing. So 19.
Yeah, I'd say it's somewhere between Guile
Social.
or
Yeah,
Genius.
it's like a social check, right?
And Guile and Genius both have social aspects, but yeah, you see them stare at you like a little bit longer, and then like they go to move, but then they stop for a second, and then like you see them like shake their whole body, like ooh, like they get the shivers, and then they disappear into
See a small little smirk on Peter Pepper's face.
like a little glint in your eye, like a ting.
Like, like I grew up another level.
No, not like that. But the figure disappears into the woods. They're too far away to chase after. So, but yeah, you guys notice the photo. Peter, you notice the figure, and you have presumably Vino standing here in front of you, looking sort of sad and solemn, and trying to like wrap his head around everything that's going on.
Why do you have a picture of the Gorgonzola?
Oh, this. And he unravels it, and yeah, it is a picture of. It's actually a photo of him and Zola together, looking like a couple together. He looks down at the photo and he clutches it and he brings it into his chest and he says, "Well," he says, "I understand." And he like kind of like breathes and like shakes off the tension and begins to reveal that Zola not always was a monster. Zola used to be just a normal Gorgon. She was always a kind-hearted soul. She's from Cheesden, you see.
Oh, me too.
I
I'm
see
also
like a
from
little
Cheesden.
cheese with your wine.
Yes,
See,
you
I
could-
told you I knew Zola. I told you. We both grew up in Cheeston together.
and he looks at you, he says, Peter Pepper, right? Peter packed a pepper, pricked a
My
Penny.
friends don't know about my nickname and my backstory. I want to keep it at that. Can you just call me Peter?
Peter. Yeah, I vaguely remember you, but yeah. And he looks at Captain Canola. He says, "You could say that I was the port to her blue."
Is that a pun?
It is.
Oh, I love me some good puns.
He
He's a
said,
bit slow right now. It's okay.
as you know, the Gorgonzola, she was capable of turning people into cheese. She, as most Gorgons are, they're capable of transforming the consistency of a person to one thing from another. Maybe rocks, maybe cheese, maybe pasta. You never know.
Yes, I'm quite familiar with that.
Yes.
I was about to say something really dirty.
No, that's please don't. This is, I mean, something very terrible has happened, and I'm trying to build up some backstory here for you. And he looks down again at his photo and he says, "Gorgon and I met years ago. Zola and I met years ago, and not too long ago. What has it been? How long have I been cheese?"
You were
not
cheese?
Yeah, I'm not cheese. I was
But you,
cheese.
Vino, you
I'm
were.
not cheese now. No. Like
Oh.
from Zola.
How'd you get uncheesed? Oh, 'cause
I
we killed
assume
her.
from when
Oh,
you
I'm
guys.
sorry. Was that a friend of yours?
Wait a second. You were cheesed? I was,
I was-
cheesed?
We were
were all
all
cheesed.
cheesed.
Oh, I'm
Yes.
sorry. Yeah, I hope that wasn't a friend of yours.
She was my lover.
Oh well, she's alive, I'm sure.
No, I can sense that
Yes,
she is gone. She
I think she just retired.
she has joined the great marinara.
I could see you're feeling a little
Ah.
crushed, but don't worry, we're gonna get to the juicy part.
I am feeling a little bit crust. Anyway, I assume you guys
Do you
are
want
here
more
from.
pizza?
No, I'm quite all right. I assume you're here from. Speaking of pizza, I assume you were sent here by Pizzaronimus.
Yeah.
Who's lit the house on fire?
That's right. He like turns around and you see he like uncorks like a wine skin attached to his hip, and he just like flows out wine, like he like kind of controls the wine out of the wine skin, and he douses the fire in it. It's alcohol, but it's not flammable alcohol. It's not enough.
Oh,
He's a
mon
wine
ami.
bender.
He's a wine bender.
I thought.
Yes.
Alcoholic.
Eddie brings the wine all back into his into the skin, and he says, "Yes, as you may know, I am Vino. My
Oh,
full
hi,
name
Vino.
is hard to remember.
Greetings.
So my full name
Full
is
name.
Vincenzo Vermouth."
Oh, this is the guy. We have a proclamation for you, Vino. We come sent by the great Pizzaronimus to tell you that you are one of the chosen holy slices.
I
You
see.
are one of the 8 holy warriors. Oh, wait. You're one of the slices. It's all written down on my arm. It's all smudged up.
That's so funny.
You're a slice, but we're not. We're just like the
I'll say some seniality. Got the
What?
best of you.
we're like the pizza delivery guy.
Little Caesar, how
Uh,
dare you?
and you're the slice.
I understand. Pizzaronimus did say he would call on me one day for my abilities in my ability to create magical wines that can do practically anything you can think of. But there's something far worse going on here than just Saladinius's forces taking over Pizzaronimus's lands. I don't know what's going on, but this robed figure, I assume an agent of Saladinius, he twisted Zola with his magic. I knew she was too far gone. I knew there was nothing I could do, but I held on to hope, and that's when she cheesed me. But he
Happens to the best of us.
took a bottle of mine. It's not just any bottle of wine, it's a very special bottle. It's called the Mother. And the Mother is a powerful concentration of the most base magic as we know it. And with it, you can fuel any kind of magic spell you can think of. That's what I use to make all of my magic spells and potions. But with the full concentration of it, I'm fearful of what Saladinius plans to do with it. I'm not sure with just that, but with the right ingredients, he could really turn this world upside down.
Maybe create a
I
really
need to
good
get to
balsamic vinegar.
Pizzaronimus right away. What was that?
Maybe make a great like dressing for the salad, perhaps.
Oh, you
A
very
little
well
wine,
could.
a little
It would make
wine-based balsamic, maybe.
it would make the best goddamn balsamic vinaigrette you've ever had the joy of putting your lips to. Holy. Almost as holy as drinking from the sauce of our Lord himself.
The Father be with you.
The Baronera. I see your face, Peter. What are you insinuating? I mean, you got to
Nothing.
clear your mind.
I'm really sorry. I'm still stuck on these puns.
In any case, this is worse than we feared. If they can get, we have to go see Pizzaronimus. We have to go see him now. We have to warn him
Well-
at once.
You can go. We have to find other slices. We have to complete the pie.
Oh, do you know the other slices?
We knew.
We were hoping you would.
Yeah, we were told that you might know.
Oh, no, not me.
Well, this isn't great.
I mean, there's some guys I
Well,
can
this
think
is
of, some
great.
ladies that are very powerful, some women, and some even some kids. I mean, there's amazing people all over all over Paya, from the deep dish wilds out to even the salmon coves. There's powerful people everywhere. We must go see Pizzaronimus. We must learn maybe he knows who the next slice is now.
Should we get back the
we gotta
mother
make
bottle
haste.
first? Is that important?
Yes, it's important, but I don't think there's anything we can do about that right now. There's the other slices. If Pizzaronymous sent you here, he must know that something grave is going on. We have to do what Pizzaronymous says, tell him about the mother being taken, and then hopefully we can put a stop to all this before any of this gets any worse. I've already
the-
lost the love of my life,
If
and
the
now my
road
home,
figure-
and I'm going to leave my grape fields for the first time in years.
For the record, I did not help with that.
With what? Killing my love-
Killing your lover.
that I don't know if that is good to hear or if I'm just very sad for you.
Well, I mean, if the road figure took your bottle, the road figure is right over there.
Huh?
The real figure's gone. They've disappeared into the woods.
Made you look.
That was
How dare you?
he's she's like, that's you're spry as ever, Peter. I'm gonna get out ahead of you guys if you don't mind. Pizzaronymous needs me by his side. I'm going to go to the Pizzacropolis.
Wait, I have an idea. Wait, I'm having a grape idea. We should go back to the Pizzacropolis and go confront Pizzaronymous and tell him what's going on here.
Yes. He looks over to Captain Cannoli and he looks down to Ott. He says, I trust this is in your hands. I trust that you can take care of this, that you can help. I'm a bit worried about Peter. But
Nothing has ever slipped out of my hands. As like oil's dripping out of my palms.
Stop oiling everything.
I believe you. Mighty warriors of the crust or of the what are you guys?
Well, we're crust warriors. Well, we're not really crust warriors.
We
We're
thought
like-
we were slices, but we're actually not. So we don't
we're-
know.
Yeah, we're like bagel
like-
bites.
We're like the buffet brigade.
He chuckles. He says, if I know Pizzaronymous well, and I do, he's got something great in store for you three. I can just tell.
I would hope so.
Tally ho! Whoosh, and he takes off on a wave of wine and
Take us with
rides it out
you.
of the deep dish wilds through Brocklindor and out of his
Wait,
way.
didn't we discuss going together?
Yeah, probably, but he just left.
Oh, good. I can go back to my actual boss.
So much like myself, he is
Oh,
looking
wash it.
for the mother.
What?
So he
What if
left
there was a
us.
father?
Should we go get his bottle for him?
Yes, we should go get the bottle.
From where?
Lamede.
I mean, maybe that'll help make us bigger slices.
But he said the robe figure has one. I don't know any robe figure.
Oh, they were right over there.
What?
I'd like to whisper to Captain Cannoli.
Peter is wearing a robe.
Oh, voice book.
Peter is wearing a robe.
He finally grew
Oh.
up.
That's true. You are right, Ott.
Oh,
See-
I don't have the bottle.
You guys have a couple of decisions here. I'm gonna help
As
you
he
here as
drinks
your
from one.
as he drinks
Oh, that bottle? That's not the mother bottle.
as your grotto guide, I need to help you guys get through this safely. I will remind you of a few things, a few points. The deep dish wilds are notoriously dangerous to go through alone and travel through alone. So you have that option if you wanted to try to chase after the robed figure.
Oh my god,
Um,
nobody cares.
You can go back. You can go back to Brocklindor. Since you freed all of those people, they might want to talk to you. Or you can try to go straight back to
Pizzacropolis.
Pizzacropolis. And at this point, you actually have you can see on the horizon of the horizon. You can see at the tree line of the Deep Dish Wilds leading into the Grapevine Fields. You can see Brock and his father and a couple other Brocklindor citizens coming to help put out the fire or rescue anybody that needs to be rescued, taking care of things that need to be taken care of. And Brock runs up to you guys with his father next to him, also named Brock. And he runs up to you and he says, guys, this is my father, Brock Sr. And he says, pleasure to meet you, fine folk. you guys took care of my son, and I appreciate that quite much. And you saved all me and my other broccoli family. It's a really mighty nice kind thing you did, freeing us there from the Gorgonzola's curse.
Our pleasure.
He's like a big, kind of burly broccoli guy. He's got a lot of like florets for a beard. He's got like pretty like bushy, florety head, and he's just like a real buff looking dude.
I puff my chest out just a little bit.
Is his
busts his
arm
thumb.
normal, or like, can we tell if his arm's ever been like, hacked off and then melted back on while it was made out of cheese?
No. Not this one. You do see a guy with like his hands like a little bit like skewed. He's like looking at it. He's like, this wasn't always like this. And where's this a weird scar?
I think we should stay clear of that one.
So Brock is like, you guys, what can we do to help? Where's Vino? What is he okay?
Vino's fine. We saved him. We put out the fire ourselves, and he went back to Pizzaronimus at Pizza Acropolis.
Oh, that must be very important for him to go back there. Man, I wish I could meet Pizzaronimus. Must be such an honor.
Well,
We met him once. He was okay.
He's
He's
kind
like,
of a dick.
What? Can you say that? Are you allowed to say that? And he's like, bless my slice.
I mean, sometimes great leaders need to be dicks.
I guess that makes sense. You're
Let
very
me-
wise, Peter.
Allow me to interject here. Do you know of any man wearing a cape besides Peter?
This is a cloak.
Or was the man who came through the town a little bit before the Gorgon came through?
Do you know his name?
No, I didn't. I remember he talked to the elder. I remember the elder yelling at him, and then he stormed off into the wilds by himself. And then the next thing we knew, we were attacked by Zola.
Interesting.
Can we speak with your elder?
Yeah, I'm sure he's back in Brocklindor. He doesn't really leave his throne much these days. His roots have kind of grown thick.
Perfect. I love things with thick roots.
It's the sign of a strong leader. It's a sign of strong leader.
Thick with 3 C's, I always say.
The most proper amount of thick.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna like take off, like walking back towards Brocklindor, with my little feet, just like I'm assuming they're gonna be slapping on the ground while I'm walking.
Oh yeah. Gretch is leaving a garlic trail, and Brock runs up next to you. He's like, "Wait! You can't travel back through the wilds by yourself. You're gonna get yourself killed. I'll take you back to Brocklindor." And he turns back, Captain Cannoli, Peter, are you guys coming?
Oh yeah, I guess that's what we
Yes.
decided on. Uh-huh.
What happened to all those animals?
There's like you see, we cut off to the woods, and there's just like a bunch of animals all glaring at Captain Cannoli. Like all of them have their hands behind their backs, and they're holding like daggers.
But because he
This
has
is
the amulet
worrisome.
of animal friendship, they're probably like actually like flowers.
They might be. They're just like glaring at him out in the distance. One of them like yeah, what you see one do the same thing to you, like a little rabbit, like puts his fingers in his eyes and back at you.
Let's get out of here.
Yeah, so Brock leads you guys back through the wilds to Brocklindor. He takes you over to the elder's hut, also a hut, his throne room, where he can where you guys can speak to the elder. And you see as you walk in, the light kind of dimly shining on him, and his face kind of covered in shadow, this kind of imposing figure, but you can see all these like long, big broccoli florets coming off of the sides of him. Like they're way bigger than even Brock Senior's, and his roots are growing off. You can see all these vines and roots growing off the side of his chair and into the earth, and almost into the buildings surrounding him. As if you remember, most of Brocklindor is kind of natural, and he's kind of like brown spots around the edges of his florets, and he raises his head and he looks at you and he says, "Agents of Pizzaronimus, welcome and thank you for your service.
Our pleasure.
Happy to be here.
it has come to my understanding that you defeated the Gorgonzola and freed us from their terrible curse. I will help you in your endeavors and answer your questions.
Are you a slice?
No. Maybe maybe a long time ago I could have been. But now I just see over my people and try to keep them safe. I tried to remain neutral in this brothers' quarrel, but Saladinius sent a powerful agent here, capable of corrupting the mind of Zola, capable of... I fear what he is capable of, if he is capable of such a feat.
Is Brock a slice? Brock Senior? He's a pretty big dude.
Again, he could be if he put himself into it, but he sees fit to stay here and help lead the Travelers Guild. The what do they call it? My mind has grown hazy.
So, would you say that the cloaked man was scary?
Very scary.
Was his name Terry?
That I do not know. He came in here demanding that we guide him to Vino, but I could sense the foul energy upon him. His intentions impure.
If you tell us where he is, we will take care of him. We fear no man. We are the buffet brigade.
Or woman, for that matter, as you've taken on the powerful Zola. Very well. I will send some of my most trusted soldiers.
The
Aye.
stalkers.
You know them very well.
I do.
I
We have
see.
served together in the army.
Yes, I see that the he looks at your uniform and he says, "I see that you were part of the what was it called again, Captain Cannoli?" It's hard to remember.
Sosagari.
The Sasagari, yes. The Sasagari are talented marksmen, and I do recall quite a time when they served alongside the stalkers. I will send my greatest stalkers, and trust me, they will find this man. And when they do, I will inform you and your people, Pizaronimus, of his location.
So are we not going to go get the figure? We're going to go back to Pizza Acropolis. Is that our plan?
I don't know. Is that you? I mean, I'm gonna look. I'm gonna send the stalker so you don't have to search after him. And there's just a tiny bit of a railroad on here since we got limited time within this campaign.
Oh, what do you suggest we do, Great Elder?
That's all very strange.
Elder, what do you
what's the
think we
road?
should do?
I suggest you go back to Pizaronimus.
Yes,
But-
we do that.
And he looks slyly and raises a big, mighty hand into the air, and out of his arms, out of his broccoli form, you see bulges, and he says, "You shall not leave empty-handed. For rescuing us, I will bestow to you a gift."
A florets.
And you all get some great items.
Oh, yeah.
Boy.
All
Oh, boy.
right. Otbucket, you get a bacon net. It is a bacon net, which is, I'm highlighting it in red if you go to the sheet so you can look at it. It is a net made of bacon strands used to ensnare. They can immobilize a target. Captain Cannoli, you get... There's some funny items in here. You get a cheese wire, a sharpened wire that can cut open thick with 3 C's rinds of well-made cheese. It can also be used to open the throats of your enemies.
Sounds like a
Also
great
highlighting it in red for you to find on the sheet.
Oh, I'm up next. I'm up next.
And PETA, you get a...
Edible
Beans of
underwear.
excessive flatulence.
They have returned.
Stop. You get a shield of reflection.
Oh, I wonder if I can
The
combine
shield
this.
reflects any magical or physical attack back at the attacker, making it a powerful defensive tool.
Ooh.
I see someone
Thank you.
highlighting it. Yes, the shield of reflection.
Well,
Excellent. So these items all kind of form out of his body. They're all kind of broccoli in theme as you get them. It's, the bacon net is like it's like made out of bacon strands and broccoli, and then which actually it's a great combo. Shield of reflection, you can see it's like in structure is made out of broccoli, and the cheese wire is just a cheese wire, but its handles are broccoli stalks. So broccoli themed items for you guys as he looks at you all and he recognizes your metal and your abilities,
I'll be right
and
back.
unbelievable. Takes this opportunity to reward you for doing such a great service for his people, and sends you along your way. He gives you rations and things too for like the travel back, like simple things, so you guys have the tools to survive.
Sounds great.
All right. We really appreciate it. Broccoli
Thank you very
King.
much. I much appreciate all the things you've done for us.
Tell me, what is your name?
My name is Rob. Broccoli Rob.
I knew it. I knew it.
I was trying.
I had to ask.
I was.
I had to
I
ask
was
because I
trying
knew
to
it.
figure out a way of using that, but I think that
Me too. I was like, I wonder if this broccoli ever robs. And then there it is. So, great king of the broccoli.
The Broccoli Rob.
Broccoli Rob.
Broccoli Rob. And the whole broccoli building shakes and and trembles, and he says, "Now I must rest, for I am tired. Please leave
Don't
my
get your
quarters
florets
at
in a
once."
bunch.
Oh, that's so funny. So you guys can begin traveling back towards Cheeseton and the Pizzacropolis. And on your way back to the Pizzacropolis, you guys are going to travel and rest at some point because we know it takes like 3 days to travel or some shit. I think was what we said in the first episode. Takes a few days to travel. You were even given it's a little faster this time actually. You were given some like a caravan type thing, like a carriage with a broccoli horse, and it's filled up with some adventuring things you will need along your adventures. It's like your mobile base, so it takes a little bit less time. You guys still have to camp out, of course, and as you guys are all around the fire at a safe distance, talking to each other, telling each other's regaling each other in tales of your past, you guys can have this time to talk a little bit about your backstories if you want. While we wait for PETA, you guys to come back, and then we're gonna pick up from there and see what we can get into.
Tell me, Cannoli. Tell
Hmm.
me about how, when you were younger and in the army, how things were.
Well, they were quite rough at first, especially with the obstacle course. There was a lot of sloshing and cheese at first, but they had a lot of weird things. I can't really describe them because we swore an oath of silence. However, I will tell you, when I started out, I was a very terrible shot. Kind of like how I displayed when I was with the Gorgonzola. I had a really reminiscent moment at that time. It's a very wise time. However, over the course, I started getting better. Unlike my family, who were just natural born shooters, they could shoot a shot a million pizza lengths away. Me,
Mm.
I got one pepperoni slice. It was a hard one. However, as time began and I was recruited, I was put in charge of my own little grouping. We were called the Lynx. And within those links, we all had a little contest of who could shoot their mark the farthest and most consistently. And that was where I proved my marksmanship.
Yeah, you got like medals for your marksmanship
Yes.
across your.
I didn't take them along with me because I didn't want to lose them, but they are stashed in my house of the cannoli, where there's pictures of my father, my mother, my younger sister, which we don't talk about, and my brother. He always looked at. He was my shadow until we lost him.
Ooh.
That was a harsh day.
Like a single garlic tear just kind of runs out of my little eye, my little breadstick eye.
Yes. That's just when my parents got me a dog. I think it was a sheep collie, if I remember. Had a actually calling Brockledore kind of brought that back to my memory, because I kept thinking of old little sheep collies, as they have little ears that look like little broccolis. He was a good dog. Good old dog.
You look up into the stars.
Anyway, I'm lost. Wait, I hear a rustle. Wait, he was the only dog I actually locked, considering an animal. I just realized that. It was probably... Yeah, I never did talk about how I started hating animals. Nor shall I. Because that was a very traumatic experience.
On the distance, there's like a group of birds that are listening. They're like, "Damn it, we almost got it."
That
I
felt
see
very like
you.
Elder Scrolls NPC, just like the way like you went all the way through it, then you're like, anyway, I'm lost. Wait, I never told you that my dog was actually the only animal I ever loved. Very, very, very Elder Scrolls.
Tell me, how did you end up over in the
Pizza
where
Cropolis?
Pizza Cropolis? I couldn't think of the name. I've only been there once. How did you end up in Pizza Cropolis there? Oh,
Oui, it's a long story. It kind of has to do with the fact that my father and my mother died serving Pizza Anonymous. Being his infiltrators, they were killed, and so I went there to kill Pizza Anonymous, and here we are. So I mean,
and instead you got recruited.
you know what they say: you keep your friends close and your enemies closer.
I'll try to remember that one.
That's funny.
You
Oh my
hear me,
god.
birds.
Oh, while you guys are regaling each other in your stories past, you give me just the two of you. Peter walked off into like the wilderness carrying a little torch with him to go pee. And while he's out peeing, ought to Captain Cannoli, give me some guile or genius checks.
21.
Ooh.
20.
Captain Cannoli, you're fogging up your monocle, cleaning it up, and you put it back on. And when you put it back on and focus, you notice out in the distance 3 kind of square cube-like figures, like rocking back and forth, waddling towards you, and you hear sort of a grumbling out in the distance. And you see these 3 figures kind of lumbering over towards you, toward the 3 of you, the 2 of you actually, as you guys are sitting by the fire.
I think I see some beef cubes.
Beef cubes. They come a little bit closer, and you can see they're just kind of like making savage noises. They're like making like they're savage feral creatures, and as they breach over towards where the light lights them up, you can see that they are 3 crusty crouton cretins with their arms flailing and their teeth gnashing. These 3 cretins start rumbling towards you guys as you are regaling your stories.
Sacre bleu! Well,
That's my line.
I jump in front of Captain Cannoli.
Cannoli, stay back. These are my people. I will handle this.
And they just as they started like they're like flailing and like barely they seem like they're just in their base forms of sentience, just pure violence. What do you do?
I would like to mimic them. Can I roll a mimic the crouton cretins check?
Sure, you observe their form for a minute as they approach, and let's get a let's add your guile to this.
7.
Okay, you try it. You try too hard, and you turn into a proper crouton, and you're not stale or anything like that. And you're just your regular crouton. You don't look
Oh,
you
boy.
don't look quite like them, as disheveled and as stale as they do.
Damn.
But they give pause for a second. They look at you. They start back up on it and start running back towards you guys. Give me your what are they called? What are they called? What are they called? Go time checks.
Net 20, baby.
Ooh boy. Ooh
17.
boy.
Makes sense. That's where I would throw it.
Book it. Nat 20. So was that a +0, 20?
Yeah.
Captain Cannoli.
15 plus 2, so 15, 6, 17.
17 for Captain Cannoli.
We were using our
File for go time.
yeah.
Or,
Yeah.
And then I'll get Peta's. So we got. Oh, okay, and one, two. Also, and then 3. Boom. Okay. Bucket, you get the first move here as the Cretans begin to close in on you.
So since I'm in the form of a crouton, what would do I have any kind of special ability, or am I just a crouton?
Because this was like a failed transformation, you're just regular, basically the same stuff that you have access to as Ott.
Okay. Well, then I would like to change form into one of my special forms. I'd like to use my whatever that's called.
That is
Like, is it
your
gift?
talent. Your gift
Not
or
gift.
talent.
Your talent. Yeah.
Yes.
Talent. Yeah. I'd like to use my talent
Go ahead.
and become something else. How do I randomize the sheet again, real quick?
Let me go over to Mr. Ott. So where it says, let me get the rest of those things in here. Let me Control C. That bing bang boom, and then at the top right where it says random, just sort A to Z, and it'll randomize.
Ah, yes, nice. Okay. So I'm going to randomize and turn into a Greco-Roman wrestler. So,
He just turned into a big buff naked dude.
Yeah,
And
but it's obviously still a breadstick. Turns
yeah,
into a
your
big bulky
breadsticks hanging
wrestler.
out. Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm obsessed with my legs.
That's amazing. You got huge legs.
Never missed a leg day. Still covered in my oil, and I just start like flexing on them hoes.
So I'm gonna say in this form, you're just gonna swap whatever your primary stat is. It swaps with whatever your gut stat is. Does that make sense?
Okay. Yeah.
While you're in
yeah.
this form. All right, cool. Just
Yep.
to make it not too difficult. But yeah, so you can use your get 'em attacks with your new guts stat, or do other things. Whatever you want to do. You tell me.
I want to try and suplex one of the croutons.
Yes, give me a guts roll. We'll call this like an opposed guts.
16.
Okay, yeah, you grab one of them and you're able to lift it. You is like, and you grab it and flip it over your head. Perfect suplex. Fucking slam him on his head. Let's do 1d6 plus guts here.
D6.
Yeah, make it nice and meaty hit.
5.
All right, so 5. This thing cracks basically in half, and it like starts to like drool ranch dressing out of its mouth.
Yeah.
And the other 2 look angrily towards you and start lumbering your direction. Captain Cannoli, you're up.
All right. I think I'm just going to take a good shot at one of them using my lovely. I forgot what my evolved form was. Oh, the Gopper Topper. That's right. I'm going to shoot my Gopper Topper at them at one of them,
Okay.
and we will fire let's see, a silent but deadly shot, which fires and the shot makes no noise, but if it hits, it deals +2 damage.
All right. Let's go see if you can hit. Rolling,
Yeah.
adding your guile to this.
I was very excited when I came up with that idea to put it on there.
So that is an 8.
Total?
Yep.
What do you says that a 6? You rolled a 6?
Yep.
Oh man. Yeah, unfortunately, just unable to hit. You're having just some residual effects from the Gorgonzola fight. You're still maybe a little cheesed up, but shaking off that last bit of cheese. Hopefully next time you're able to do some damage here. As the
I am
crouton
starting to wonder if Captain Cannoli actually won all those medals or if he just stole them.
The first crouton cretin that you slammed gets up and goes to take an attack at you. He's going to try to slam you back. He's going to try to pick you up and slam you. He does not.
Aha!
He
So,
rolled
like,
a
I'm
2.
picturing- He like grabs me, but I'm covered in my garlic oil still, so he like slips off.
Oh yeah, just right off you. Can't get a grip. And the next cretin is going to go. He's going to charge after Captain Cannoli, taking a swing at him with his fists. That is not going to hit. He makes 2. What is your guard? It is not an 11. It's like a 13, right?
12.
12. Oh, he misses. So
Oh,
he's
little man.
unable. He swings twice at you, and you just hold him at bay as he swings and misses. Bringing us to the final crouton cretin coming up at the other side of Otbucket, and he's going to rolled off, try to punch you. The first one will hit. And he deals 4 damage.
Owie.
All right. So it is. Oh, Peta, roll me a go time check.
Oh, waking up from my nap now.
You were out peeing.
Oh,
You fell
thir-
asleep
it's
while you're
okay.
peeing.
I fell asleep standing up.
Oh, here we go.
It's like a kickstand, you know. I rolled a 13.
All right. So it's actually your turn right now. Before,
I'm just gonna take my mezzaluna and swing at whoever the bad guy is.
yeah. So you come running out of the. You hear all these like noises. And you see you see Captain Cannoli and Ott engaged in combat with crouton cretins. There are 3 zombie-like croutons. As you come out of the woods to pee, you have your little torch with you. You see them. You start zipping up frantically and running at them.
Nope.
Um,
Don't you take that agency away from me.
okay.
You don't zip up.
He got a breadstick
his,
too.
his breadstick's hanging out. So Peter, it's your turn. As you
Awesome.
run
Yeah,
up to these-
just swinging out my mezzaluna. My actual mezzaluna. 14 plus 4, 18.
That'll hit.
And I believe what I say does 1d6, 1d8, 1d6. 6 plus 4, 10 damage. Holy
All right, so
cannoli.
real quick, which one are you hitting? There's one fighting
Shit,
Captain
buddy.
Cannoli and 2 fighting Ott.
One of the ones fighting Ott.
Okay. You
On his
have
left
one
side.
that looks pretty damaged and one that doesn't look damaged at all.
I'll take the damaged one to finish it off.
Okay. Sure, that's fine. It's dead. you finished cracking it all the way in half. You missed.
Time for you to crumble.
Ott is in the shape
Crouton.
of a giant wrestler, a giant muscular wrestler right now, and he's greased up and he suplexed that crouton.
Nice.
Yeah. So Peter, that is your turn. Altbucket, it's back to you as Peter runs up behind you and finishes off the crouton that you body slammed. You have another crouton standing right in front of you, ready to get some flesh.
Okay, cool. So I want to try to. Is there anything like boulders nearby?
Give me a genius.
You spot these nuts.
13.
Sure. There's a medium-sized boulder nearby.
Okay. I would like to roll a run up the boulder, jump off, and drop kick the crouton cretin check.
Right, using that creative freedom to invent a new check on the spot. Let's see how it pays out. So you want to run up a rock, jump off, and drop an elbow on one of these croutons? What are you
So
trying
do
to
like I guess like the leg drop thing.
Oh, a leg drop. Nice.
Yeah.
Okay. Hell
Breadstick
yeah.
leg drop.
The breadstick leg drop. I love it. Yeah. Let's go ahead and make a guts check, and
Okay.
then an attack roll.
Guts check is an 18.
Hell yeah.
Attack roll is a what's it? It's the 20 plus the guts again.
Yeah, because your primary stat right now is guts.
So 10.
Well, 10 will do it.
Oh ho, ho!
Yeah. So
Coming
yeah,
in hot.
you come up, you jump up onto the boulder, you run, you do like some sort of fancy movement in the air. What does it look like as you jump off this rock?
I leap off the rock and like I've got like my arms up like like oh like that. And like my
Strongman
legs
arms.
are just stretched out and I'm just gonna bring my like my thighs right into
Nice.
right into the creature's head.
Thick with three
Alright.
C's. Thighs.
Let's do the
Yeah.
1d6 roll again here and add your guts to it. And then we're going to give you something spicy here for the
So, that'll be 8.
8 damage. Holy poopy. And then he's going to make a check against that and fail. He had to beat a 10 plus the damage you did, and he did not. So he is knocked flat on his side, and he's going to be easier to hit and deal damage to for the other people. But he's looking pretty fucked up with the 8 damage that you dealt to him.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, brother.
Good job.
Captain Cannoli, you're engaged with the crouton cretin, and you just saw Ott do the most fucking insane wrestling move, leg slam onto this other crouton and knock them over onto his ass.
All right. This is where I think I'm going to bring out my tongs and I'm going to hold him in place so he don't attack me.
You're gonna use your tongs to hold.
To hold this crouton in place.
All right. Give me a guile. Let's see if you're deft enough to do this.
I got a 10.
Yeah, that'll work. These are easy dudes, so everything is basically a 10 is what you need. Perfect. You're able to hit him, and you're holding this crouton in place. He is also now disabled and unable to attack. He's unable to go anywhere. I think he's going to still be able to make attacks at you, but at sort of it's going to be harder to hit you. So it is now. The first crouton is dead. It is the second crouton, which is on the ground, dazed by the massive thighs of Otbucket, the wrestler. And so he's unable to do anything this turn. And the other crouton is held by your tongs. He's going to try to hit you. So he rolls pretty high. And then he rolls pretty low. So he's unfortunately not going to be able to hit you. Actually. And then, yep. Yeah, no, he can't hit you. Rolled 3 really low numbers. He tries to swing at you both times and he just can't reach you as you're holding him back with these tongs. Peter, you see a crouton struggling to stand up and one being held back by tongs from Captain Cannoli. What do you do?
Do either of them look injured at all?
Your friends? No.
My allies, yeah.
Very slightly someone was injured. Ott, I think, took some damage, like 4 points of
Okay.
damage.
The one that has the thick thigh on it,
Mhm.
I'm gonna do something a little creative and dark.
Okay.
I'm gonna take out my new shield, which I've infused to my pizza stone shield, and I am going to attempt to gently smother it to death.
What? The crouton?
The
You're
crouton.
gonna try to crush the crouton under your shield?
Yeah.
Okay, give me guts. And then you can add your gumption because you're using an item.
Whew, thank God. 12.
Yeah. Oh, you rolled a 9.
No,
Or
I rolled
eight.
an 8. I have a +4.
Yeah,
to
you have
gumption
plus
now.
4 and you're a genius now. Great. So yeah, you're able to begin crushing this thing under the weight of the shield. It only had 2 hit points left, so it just crumbles under your shield.
Another dark, evil smile comes across
Peter,
Kid
something
Pepper's face.
something dark lurks in your soul. You feel a tug.
It's
of
the
darkness
warrior
every
soul
now
of
and
my
then.
father, right?
Yeah, you get visions of your father, and he just kind of, you hear him in the background. He's your mind. He's just, do it, do it,
Yes, I must do it.
do it,
Die!
do it.
Oh no, what did I do?
And it is now Upbucket's turn. There's one left, as the one you crushed with your thighs has been fully crushed by Peter. You see this last one held by tongs by Captain Cannoli. I think it might be pretty easy to start beating this guy up as he's held down by the tongs.
It might be pretty easy, but we never know.
Let's roll.
Let's see. I would like to, because I'm in like full on bloodlust at this, crust lust at this point.
Crust lust.
Plus,
Are there any like man, I don't even know what to do. I want to do like a man. I'm trying to think of some other wrestling move, but I never watched wrestling or anything growing up, so I don't really know anything.
Give him the F5. Spear him. Just spear
Oh
him straight
yeah, I
through.
can spear him. I'm gonna spear him.
Oh,
How
okay.
about
So you
my-
start
I'd like to-
running at
I'd like
him.
to roll an Puckett running across the battlefield and then using his shoulder to spear the crouton check.
Sure. Yes, you can make this check. We're gonna call it a guts check. Using raw force here.
12 on guts.
Okay, that's a good one. That's good. And then you can roll. Just go straight for damage. We're just calling it
Oh,
a straight
straight
attack. Yeah, 1d6.
I rolled a 6.
Ooh, spicy. Yeah, you spear him in half.
Oh, that's so cool.
As you're holding him with the tongs, and all that's left is the top half of this. But as he's holding on with it, like it's the top half is held on by the tongs, and its arms are just still swinging, and he's like,
Hey, and you also hear Peter's father in the back of your head say, "Yes, great job, my son."
it's just Peter
Yeah.
standing behind you.
It's definitely not my dad. My dad would have been like,
Gosh.
"What are you doing?" Because apparently he also had a high pitched voice. So
Suck a blue doing. That's funny. It's going to bring us to Captain Cannoli. You have this thing in inches of its life, held by your tongs. Go ahead and, if you want to attack it, you can just go ahead and get him. Do a get him. Roll get him twice.
I would like to use my fork.
Oh my
I'm
gosh.
going to stab it.
Okay. Yes. Stab it with the fork. You can roll your attack twice because he's held down by the tongs.
I love how
Alright.
Captain Cannoli has like a whole armory, just like chilling.
Of cutlery.
Got 16 overall.
Oh yes, that is enough. You take this fork and then you jam it into the crouton, and for a moment, everything disappears to you, Captain Cannoli, and all that's left is you standing in a void with this fork in your hand, and the fork twists around to face you, and it has eyes on it, and it starts laughing maniacally. It says, "Feed me!" And then you snap back, and you see this fork sucking in the crouton, just into the fork, and the fork, you hear a distant laughter as you stare at this fork that it might be cursed.
I like this fork. I can use it on my next animal.
You don't know what that did. You don't know what happened, but it might be cursed.
I
So
shall call
the-
you Forky.
the agents of Pizzaronymous have been.
You also see Peter Pepper behind you. Yes, my son.
Everybody's being pulled to the dark side. Oh
Why
no,
are you talking still?
it's an evil campaign. And you guys are finished with the ambush. The ambush of the Crouton Cretans, and you're able to you're standing over the remains of the Cretans, knowing again that you were set upon by the agents of Saladinius. Yes, Peter, you have a
Can
question.
I ask a question? How did we get here? I was paying for a really long time.
Oh yeah, you.
No.
Last
You've
I
had a mighty
remember,
long
I
leg
was
for an
I
old
was in
man.
the broccoli tent or the broccoli hunt, and now I'm here. Hopefully,
So-
put this away.
Did you
You-
follow Alt's oily steps?
Yeah, sure.
So you guys all left the Brocklandor with the caravan. You have like a broccoli horse pulled wagon with goods in it, things for you for your adventures, just like the generic things that we don't want to keep track of, just to make it make sense. And you guys set back to the Pizzacropolis, and while you were camping, you were ambushed yet again by the Crouton Cretans. This time, not the salad bowl.
We
but-
got to stop camping at night.
yeah, it's a theme. But you were again set upon by Saladinius agents as they are out in numbers to stop you. You guys go back to sleep after that. Oh, and you also missed Captain Cannoli and Ott talking about their backstories. It was fun.
Nice.
It was fun.
Guess
So
I'll have to
you
listen
got a
to
little
this episode.
surprise when you listen to it in post.
Yeah.
You can see your flashback in your dreams.
And there's gonna be an epilogue to this episode that's gonna be Peter's backstory that you guys didn't hear.
I can't wait.
He was
what
talking
he
to
was,
some-
That would be
what he
Why
was
he was
doing, what he
pissed,
was
yeah.
being.
Yeah, while he was pissed and he was talking to a tree.
It
Uh-oh.
was Broccoli Rob again.
Broccoli Rob is everywhere. So you guys go back to sleep. You finish your rest. You finish the rest of your travels. You arrive at Cheeston at the
Home.
base of the Pizza Mountain,
We sleep in my house.
where Pizza Cropolis
Safe,
is.
where it's safe from Saladinius' forces.
Sure, you can finish the rest before you head up the mountain. You can finish your rest at your house in Cheeston, and that's where Peter Pepper is from, right? Cheeston.
Mhm.
Great. Yeah, so
Pizza
you
Hut.
guys, you get there and you see Pizza Cropolis above you. As you guys get into Cheeston, you notice that people are kind of running around in a bit of a panic, and people are running around with what looks to be like supplies, and everybody seems to be on high alert. You can see the pizza guard are on high alert. They're posted more than usual, and when you come up to the gates of Cheeston, you are stopped by the pizza guards, and they see your pendants of Pizzaronymous and that you are the agents of Pizzaronymous. They wave you through into the town, and you just see the town's just really something's going on.
Well, this seems normal.
Something's not right. And you hear the great horns of Pizzaronymous' personal army, the crust warriors, as the horns of assembly have been blown as you enter in. And you hear somebody run by, and he's proclaiming to himself as he's like, hold it together, you gotta brie all that you can brie. And he's got like weapons and stuff in his hands, and he runs up and he stumbles in front of you guys, drops his weapons, and he says, oh finally the agents of Pizzaronymous are back. We need you guys got to get up to Pizzaronymous right away. Something's not good. I think the salami forests are under attack.
Oh no, this isn't good.
What?
We're in a real pickle here.
And that is where we're going to end today's episode.
Oh, that was fun. Well, what is it? The salami? What?
The salami forests.
Salami.
I'm so
A
excited
lot-
for this
We
one.
a
go
lot
from
of
the
food
deep
stuff,
dish. We
yeah.
go from the deep dish forest to the salami forest.
There's a lot of forests.
A lot of forests.
The salami forests are very different from the deep dish forests. The deep dish forests are natural. The salami forests are hard cased.
I thought it was the Deep Dish Wilds.
It is the
Coast.
Deep Dish Wilds. Yes, the Deep Dish Wilds.
It has the
Oh,
deep
Deep
dish
Dish
plains,
Wilds,
the deep
that's
dish
right.
forests.
Well, the Deep Dish-
wilds.
Yes, but the Deep Dish, we've never been to anywhere called the Deep Dish Forests. We've been to the Deep Dish Wilds, which is where all the monsters live. But this is the Salami Forests, and you guys will learn what is held beneath the pepperoni canopy of the Salami Forests
I'm
next
so excited.
time.
I think I saw enough
Next time.
salami in the last fight.
Next
Next
time,
time.
where?
Salamis.
On Geckos
And Grottos presents
presents
Tales from the
Grotto.
Grotto.
Knights of
Bless
the
your
Holy
slice.
Slice.
Knights of the Holy
Slice.
It's a lot
Warriors.
easier to
Slices.
say, bless your slice, everybody.
Bless your
Bless your
slice.
Bless your slice.
One
and
and
chicken
bless your
paradise.
slice.
Nice.
One and
Buffet
all.
brigade.
We need to practice this.
Yeah.
Why practice? Practice.
We
is
need a
for-
cue. That's
This
what we
is, this
need.
is our
So-
practice.
This is great because now I have so much more space here for more writing because Salami Citadel and the Salmon Isles, so many great things to come up. I'm very excited. Very
Oh, boy.
excited.